so it's not doing that when you're talking. And turn it over to you, Peggy.
Well, good morning. My name's Peggy Benton. I direct Alaska Sound Celebration Chorus. I've been a member of Sweet Adelines for over 30 years and directing about over 25 years. And originally sang tenor, but I've also sung lead. I also teach music during the day. I'm an elementary music teacher as well. And excited to be here. This is my we're going to learn together because this is my first time to be on the Zoom end where I'm listening and commenting and trying to help and so we'll work together on this. So I'm a little nervous because this is kind of new to me too, but I'm super excited to hear your beautiful voices. And I just want to say everyone's voice is important and everyone's voice is beautiful. And this is a sharing time, and I hope you feel safe in here and that you feel that you can be just experiment a little bit with your voice and we can just play a little bit together and see if we can get some beautiful tones out of you. So, Diana, welcome. Glad you're here with us.
Thank you.
May I ask, if, is there a special thing that you wanted some feedback on or that you're working on today?
One of my bigger problems is volume. When I'm by myself, it's fine. When I'm in a chorus, I really struggle to hear myself, and then I push, and the quality just goes downhill.
Gotcha. I've got a couple things that I might be able to help you out with that. That's great. I'm just gonna make a little note here. And I think I want to say that I've been studying with Deborah Lynn, and so I've got some things, a lot of the things I'm going to be sharing with you are things that she's been teaching me, and I think it's going to help you exactly especially with that pushing. So let's start out with, can you sing either a section of a song or something so I can get a sense of your production?
Yeah, I was just gonna work on one of our contest songs for Song of Seattle, If I Ruled
Excellent.
the World. So, what would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two? Would you choose love, maybe peace in the world? Here's what I would choose.
Oh, what a beautiful voice you have. Beautiful tenor voice. Wow, that's gorgeous, gorgeous. I love the clarity in your voice. It just rings beautifully. So I'm going to ask you to do one thing that you're starting to do pretty well is that forward lift. So can you, are you comfortable singing sitting, or can you stand for me? And we're going to stand together. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yep, I
Sweet.
can stand.
Let's stand together. Great, 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 great. Beautiful. So, as you're taking your breath in, and I want you to just kind of think a little bit about engaging your core just slightly. I'm not talking about big abdominal movement at all. I just want a little engagement of the core. So, when you take your breath in, can you take your breath in through your nose for me, and then blow it out, and then take it in through your nose again, and then blow it out. Good. Now take that breath in, and can you put your hand right here between your nose and your lip? I'm going to go like this, and you stand tall, and I'd like you to sing that phrase again for me. So, and just with this idea of this, like you've got a little secret here, okay? And you're going to lift those cheeks just a little bit. Can you sing that for me again?
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Perfect, perfect, right there. Great. So you had a great forward lift in your mask. So I want you to think about something. And so tenors have a challenge when we use space in our instrument, all right? Because we're up high and there's some different things we do with vowels. But I'd like you to think for a minute that about a reverse microphone. Okay? So not microphone, megaphone. So normally a megaphone, is going to go out this way. And you talked about that pushing, right? I would like you to think about that reverse megaphone inside your mouth. And I would like you now to just put your hands right in front of your ears right here. And when you take your breath in, I want you to shoot that air back through that space. Okay? And then sing for me again. Ready and whenever you.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two.
Now be careful on that. You were granted a wish or two. When you did that, you were granted a wish. I felt that push go forward. I want you to think sending that sound backwards as you get to that granted part. Are you a kinesthetic or a visual learner?
Kinesthetic for sure.
Kinesthetic. So can you get to that you were granted? I just want you to take your hands and just go back like a backward V for me when you get to you were granted, okay?
Okay.
So right up here and start that again when you're ready.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Oh, that was beautiful. Granted a wish or two. The sound went back and it didn't feel pressed at all. That was beautiful the way you did that. Tell me what you felt when that happened.
I did feel it just had more space.
Mhm.
You know, I've worked on not having the space because I'm a choral person, and in barbershop I know it's usually going out. So I've been focusing on getting it out there, but
Yeah.
it's good to know that I can go back here too.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about any of this lift. Your lift is happening. I don't think you need to, as long as you've got that lift, like you feel there's a little secret there, you have got that in your sound. I don't think you need to add, for me, I wouldn't add any more of that. I want to see if we can get some more space going back this way for you. And in fact, your whole range there could do that. Think about that space. Now, when you take that breath in, I want you to, this is going to sound a little weird, but can you just, I'm going to ask you to hold your breath and then sing. Okay? I know it's going to feel weird. Ready? And hold your breath and then sing.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted?
Oh, I lost it on granted, didn't I? I lost it on granted. So make sure that make sure it's like that reverse megaphone when you're heading back, okay? All right, what would you say? Ready? And so you breathe in, but you just hold your breath before you sing. Breathe in, hold your breath, and now sing.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Yes, that space. You have using that space heading back. Now, especially when you're ever a tenor, when we're going down on those lower notes, I really want you to think about sending that sound back. Now, the next thing I would like you to play with a little bit is, can you sing the phrase again for me, please? Can I hear the phrase again and think about that space?
What would you say if perhaps one fine day?
So now what I'd like you to try is, especially since you're kinesthetic, I want you to think about shooting those, what would you say? I want you to shoot those consonants straight up to the ceiling and get right to the vowel, okay? So just think about that. Do something physical that shoots those consonants up to the sky, okay? Ready? Whenever you're ready.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day
Okay.
you were granted a wish or two?
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What are you feeling in your instrument? I'm throwing a lot at you.
I'm trying to remember to notice what I'm feeling because I'm concentrating on doing everything.
Yeah,
I'll check next time.
Okay, try again. So do this again. So I probably gave you too many things to think about, but I've got 7 more minutes and I'm like, oh, I want to work more with your voice. Your voice is beautiful. And I really want to caution you not to feel that press forward. The work that I've been doing and I've been working with my singers is really that idea of the space going back. And not any press forward. And so I know I've given you a little core involvement, one. I've given you that space back this way, right? Especially on the lower notes. And now I threw at you shooting consonants up to the sky. Oh, well, those are 3 things I think that would be awesome for you to work on. So let's do that again. I don't want to hear you sing more, and I'll stop you if I hear everything collapse, okay? When you're ready.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Going.
Would you choose love, maybe peace,
about sending that sound back. Give me that. Here's what I would choose.
Here's what I would choose.
Yes, it's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, that time you sang a little bit more. Tell me what you're feeling.
I can feel it. I can feel it going back.
Mhm.
I guess most of us are told to kind of bring it forward. So now that I know
You're-
I'm not one of those people,
yeah,
it's
I
good to
would,
know.
I would, you kind of have to sometimes put because when you're getting feedback, choral feedback to a lot of singers, our teachers, we it's hard to do that because you need to know, okay, what do I need to work on? I want to
Right.
work on space. I want to work on that beautiful space coming back. You're for more than enough forward. It's there. So do
Oh,
that.
and I can
Let's hear
hear
that
more
again.
volume too.
It's
Just
yeah,
just
you
now,
are.
I
You
can hear
it's
more
it's
volume.
oh, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful sound. So let's do that again. We're about halfway through. So let's do that again.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two? Would you choose love, maybe peace in the world? Here's what I would choose.
Nice, nice, really beautiful. Bravo, bravo. So, um, that if you're feeling that space and the thing is with that space going back, what I want to talk to you about a little bit. I'm not hearing it, but I just want to warn you since you're now playing with space back here.
Mhm.
When you're sending the space back, you're not going to send it to the point where it's to the soft palate. That's too far, and that's going to make you yawn, right? And you really want to send that space more this not up into the soft palate, but straight back in front of those ears. So
Okay.
sing that again for me, and come back to this.
Okay.
And this does amazing things, right? This works on our posture. All of a sudden, we're taller.
Mhm.
It a little engaged that core right there, and then open up and sing, keeping your hands right here. Do that again for me, please.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two? Would you choose love, maybe peace in the world? Here's what I would choose.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, there's one thing when you're getting your breath. I'm wondering if you could experiment a little bit as you're working these phrases with no audible breath when you take it in. So when you breathe in, here's what I'm hearing a little bit. I'm hearing a little bit of that breath coming in, and I really want you to think about that silent breath because what that does, that stabilizes our instrument. It stabilizes the core, and our structure is open. Okay, so sing that again, and this time just do everything that you were doing, but see if your breath can be a silent breath as you go. Okay?
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Silent breath.
Would you choose love, maybe peace in the world? Here's what I would choose.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful job, beautiful job. What did that do to your body when I asked you to do a silent intake of breath? What were you feeling, or if you felt
Uh,
anything or not?
It felt like I had to take longer. Maybe
Ah,
just because I was concentrating on it,
so
but
timing wise, it has to
just getting
be an
used to that.
activated breath, right? Okay.
But
How
it did
about
feel
your
like it was open. It just felt more open and
good? It sounds more open. It's
okay.
beautiful and ringy and sounds more open. It's gorgeous. Just lovely. Those are some of the things that I think if you could work on and play with, I think you're going to find when you get into the chorus and you're singing, are you hearing? I know it's hard. Of course you're hearing yourself now because you're by yourself, but I think that's going to help you and don't think push forward even if you have because the thing is your choral director your Paul is probably saying she's doing these things right with her hands, and so
hmm
we as singers oftentimes sing and then there's a abdominal push and we it's not the sound. That's not the sound we want. I want when you see her hands go like this, I want you to think this way.
Go back this way.
Okay, you
Okay.
think
Okay.
this way.
I'll do that.
Okay, Shelley, where are we at on time? Because I
Uh,
thought I
do,
started a time clock and I can't see my timer.
yeah, you have a couple minutes left.
Good, 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 good.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh, excellent. Yeah, now it's gone. I can see it. So, uh, can you sing something that maybe is a faster tune so I can just listen a little bit to that? Do you have one that you can pull
Um,
out?
do you want me to sing Happy Birthday? We were working on that
No,
earlier.
no, no. Let's go back to the
Okay.
ballad then. Go back to the ballad. No, go
Okay.
back to the ballad. It's beautiful. And let's just think about that phrasing. I've given you, do you want to think again what the things I've given to you? Let's verbalize it first and then we'll
Okay.
let you sing it. So it's
Sound going back kind of in a megaphone sound, keeping it
reverse, that's
here
great.
and then back. Silent breaths, making sure everything is open, um, growing
And
the vowels,
let that
getting
beautiful
to the
voice
vowels
just
straight.
come out. Just let it come out. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful voice. Please know that. My goodness, it's stunning. So
Thank you.
let's sing that again and just and think about encompassing those things that I just talked about.
Okay.
What would you say if perhaps one fine day you were granted a wish or two?
Beautiful.
Would
Oh, keep going, keep going.
Oh.
would you choose
I'll
love,
take that. Do
maybe?
that. Would you choose love? But do an inaudible breath there for me. I don't want to hear that breath.
Would you choose love, maybe peace in the world? Is what I would choose.
Oh, that here's what I would choose gave me goosebumps. I literally, my hair is standing up. That was so clean and the vowels went right on. It was just stunning. Beautiful job.
Thank you.
Beautiful job.
Thank you.
So have I given you some things to think about?
Absolutely, definitely.
Excellent. Beautiful instrument. Beautiful instrument. Can't wait to hear your chorus.
All right. Thanks. Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Great job, Diana. Because I'm going to switch
Beautiful job.
over to Sarah. Are you ready?
Yes. I'll,
Okay.
thank you.
Let me,
Hi.
yeah.
Hi, Sarah. What
Hello.
are some of the things that you're working on?
Uh, so I just switched to tenor voice for this contest season. I was singing lead, and
Bless
so
you.
I find this to be more challenging
Okay.
in terms of figuring out the difference between where to put the high voice versus the low voice, how to come from the high voice to the low voice. And also I have a louder instrument, I'll say, or a larger instrument that suited me in the lead voice, but trying to figure out where that fits within the tenor voice to not overwhelm. And so if I like dial up and then I dial down and then no one can hear me and I'm heard too much, and so just trying to figure
Oh
out
yeah.
that.
And you're questioning yourself. You're questioning yourself.
Yes, absolutely. So I questioned whether to come here. So, and
Oh,
thank you,
I'm so glad
Diana,
you're
for
here though.
encouraging me to do this today. Thank you,
Yeah.
Diana.
Well, I understand where you're coming from. I've sung both lead and tenor, so I gotcha. And I've asked tenors to sing lead. I've got a tenor who's switching to lead for me for this contest, and I've had them do the opposite. So I understand where you're at. Let's hear something
Yeah.
and let me hear your beautiful voice.
Okay. I'm going to sing another section of the same song, if that's all right.
Perfect.
Okay. Because we happen to be working on this one quite a lot. My world, beautiful place, could weave such wonderful dreams. Dreams. Yes, it's
Okay, I'm losing. Can you? I you cut
yeah.
out and I only heard like the first
Yeah.
four
Maybe
notes.
I'll sing a lower part then, because I think I'm probably what we were finding before is that my mic was cutting out on the higher notes. So,
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what.
okay.
But if that's
Well,
what we want to, yeah.
it's hard because that's what I'd like to work on, but if you
Sure.
can't hear
No.
them, then it's
Can
hard
you?
to work on them.
Well, let's see. If your mic's cutting out on the higher notes, can you scoot? If you're going to sing a higher section, scoot back and let me see how
Okay,
that
let me
goes.
see. Let's see if that works. Where did that go? Let's try it from here. Sorry.
No, nothing to apologize for.
It's
It's
just
oh my
technical stuff.
goodness, technology drives me crazy sometimes.
All right. Beautiful place where we would weave such wonderful dreams, such dreams.
Okay.
My world was
Yeah, it cut out again too. But you know, I'm learning a couple things just from watching your face. Okay,
okay.
I'm going to give you a couple of things I want you to work on. Similar, you're probably going to hear my friends who are listening are going to hear me repeat some things, and that's okay. So, um, the
Mm-hmm.
the lift is never a choice. It always is. Always has to have lift. Always has to have, it's just never a choice. You can think,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's so much space in there because I'm a tenor, but I'm singing barbershop. I'm singing in this style. There's way lots of space in there. Can you just say that with me? Lots of space.
Really lots of space.
Yeah, and that lift is never a choice. It always
Okay.
must be. And I can see it
Okay.
dropping. I can see,
Okay.
even though I can't hear what you're
Okay.
singing, I can see it dropping. So do it
Oh.
again and just think,
Oh.
that is never going to drop. Never going to drop.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Beautiful place
Yeah.
where we would weave such wonderful dreams, such dreams. My words.
Okay, I want you to stop for a second. I lost some. Can you put your finger right here between your nose? And I want the pointer part of the finger right here.
Okay.
There you go. And you got to make room for it sometimes. You don't have to lift your lip, but you got to make room. So this is too funny. So turn that. I know this sounds funny, but turn that finger so it's touching. Yeah, not sideways, but there you are. Yeah.
Oh,
You got to have to make room for that, right?
yeah.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
I want you to sing that phrase,
Okay.
and that doesn't ever drop. It's
Peggy,
not a
can I?
choice.
Sorry, Peggy. Can I interrupt
Yes.
just for one quick second? Sarah, can you just double check up at the top of your screen and does it say on?
It's okay. Hold on. I gotta get rid of this. Original sound
Sorry.
for musicians is on. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I think it's just the mic, but I just wanted to be sure. Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
like I
okay.
say, I could
There's
work a
stuff we
lower
can do.
section if it keeps cutting out. But
Yeah, there's stuff we can do just while I can watch her face. I know what's going on. All right, give it a go again, love.
okay. My world, beautiful place where we would weave such wonderful dreams, such
Okay,
dreams.
stop. Now tell me, what are you feeling? What are you feeling?
Just more openness up through the head, through my, this whole section
Excellent.
goes, it's like opening and going up. Does that make
Excellent.
sense? Okay.
Yes, totally makes
Okay.
sense. Keep
Why
going.
does that happen? That's weird.
It's
Okay.
a well,
I
are
mean,
you a
it's just a,
kinesthetic? Are you
uh,
kinesthetic learner?
I don't
Or are
know.
you
What is that?
a kinesthetic means you have to feel
Oh,
it in order
kinesthetic.
to
I
learn
thought you
from it?
said something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
it definitely, I mean, I know during different warm-ups and things like that, when you actually like if you need the sound to come forward and the hand goes out and then for some reason that visual that movement helps you move your voice where it needs to go. So I guess
Okay.
kinesthetic.
Yeah, cool. So this is working for you.
Okay.
Continue.
From where?
We stopped right before the really high part.
Okay. Great. Oh my gosh. Can I just start from the beginning of the phrase?
Yes, whatever's
Okay.
comfortable for you, hon. Yeah.
Beautiful place. Such wonderful dreams.
Okay, you cut out again. You're cutting out. So, um, all right. So tell me. So we like this open feeling. Okay, you
Yes,
can see that.
yes, yes.
That open feeling that's a good thing that's happening. So now, I want you to think kind of like exactly what I worked with Diana on, with that sound, that reversed megaphone. Okay, keep the lift, Keep the
Mm-hmm.
lift, and now that reversed megaphone feeling. Don't think about pushing forward. I don't want to hear any press.
Okay.
Think about that sound physically going back. So, you think you got this, or do you need to keep this here?
Oh,
Do you think you need this, or do you think you got it?
well, I think
Because
I
I don't
can
want you to
try
lose
with
this, and then I
right.
want you to add this.
I'll switch it.
Okay, sweet. Because you
I'll
know
give it
what?
a shot.
Your brain is brilliant, and all you have to do is tell your brain
What
to
to
do
do?
this, and you're
All
going to
right.
do it. Okay? We do
Okay.
not physically control these muscles in our instrument.
So do you want the
Our
sound going
brain.
back through the whole phrase from the beginning?
Yes. I
Okay,
want the
okay. Well,
sound going
I'll
backwards.
leave this out and try just doing
Go
this.
for it.
Okay. All right. Beautiful place, right, such wonderful dreams, where a smiling's face, like the men in the moon hands,
Keep that going back.
maybe.
Yes, 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 yes,
Ah,
yes, yes. Did you hear
interesting.
that?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear that? That was
I
beautiful,
did.
and
I
especially on
did
that
hear that.
lower section. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. All
All
right.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I still think that, like, on your warm-ups,
Mm-hmm.
here's
Okay.
a warm-up you could do in the car toy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So think to help with to maintain this feeling. It's
Yeah.
super simple. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
humming. I just want you to go hum and then go up a half step. Let me just figure out
Okay.
where I'm at. Oh, turn my piano on. There we go. So what you're gonna do, I want you to, well, obviously you can't drive and put your hand here,
Well,
but
sure I can. Why not?
that's not gonna work.
My coach said I could.
I love it. So, but maybe before you get into the car to go to chorus,
Okay, okay.
and I just want you to go just up by a half note. You do that, and I want to hear that. I don't care what note you start on, whatever's comfortable for you. Put your finger right here. Oh, I wish I could hear you.
Oh, you can't. Oh, darn it. Let me get
I
closer.
can't hear you at all. Oh. Okay, so now right away, I'm going to stop you because here's what I heard. And it could probably because you're trying to get close to your mic. I heard, I
I don't
heard,
know.
heard
Oh.
forward. And I went,
Oh, okay. Oh, you wanted to side.
I want to feel the side slide. I don't want a
Wow,
forward
that's
push.
very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's try it again.
Oh, I can't hear you. Okay, I can't hear you, so you have to tell me what you're feeling.
My little buzzers, and it kind of starts to feel like it's going this direction and back
Okay.
here.
So as you're doing that exercise, I want the sound just to really stay steady and slide to that half note, steady and come back. And then the next one is that half note up and
Mm-hmm.
half note again. Okay. And what I want that to do is just to help you really feel that forward lift in here. It's like you got a
Mm.
secret. I tell some of my singers,
Yep.
some people say, oh, it's fake face. Like, hi, how are you today? Yeah, we've all done that. We're women. Oh, hi, nice to see
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's so good to see you. Yeah, beautiful right there. That's that fake. I don't like the word fake face, so I kind of think you've got a secret. But if it
Okay.
works for you, what you got a secret there, okay? And I wish I could hear you, but
Mm.
play with that again on your own right now, and tell me what you're feeling. Let's do a
Okay.
couple more notes. You got a secret. Fake face. Hey, how's it going, Sarah? Okay, stop and tell me what you're feeling because I
Just
can't hear you
maybe more
sing.
presence of the sound up in here,
Okay,
in this part. Is that
good.
where I'm supposed to be feeling that? Or
Yep, yep, yep,
kind of
yep.
the nose buzzes a little bit. Is that
Good. Yep, that's good. So if you've got this lift,
Mm-hmm.
now adding this space, sing your phrase. I can't hear you, but you keep that lift and sing this a phrase with this space coming back. Those are two things I want you to work on. Okay?
Okay.
Play with. Try it, sing it right now and tell me what you're feeling. Sing it right
Okay.
now. We got a couple more minutes.
For a place where we would give such wonderful dreams. Such dreams. Like the men in the past.
How'd that feel? I could hear a couple notes. That's all I heard. How did you
I know
tell
there's
me
a
what you're
lot of
feeling?
activity.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Just getting it used to where it's going, making that
Mhm.
feeling. Because after so many years of you just singing, this is a lot different. This is way
Yeah.
more, there's a lot of education and focus
Yeah.
and learning of
Yeah.
how to improve and how to make it sound just,
And this is a
that much better.
technique you can use when you're singing any part. I mean, any part, lower notes as well. That space coming back, the
Okay.
making sure the structure is where it needs to be, and really thinking that coming back, it should feel easy. It's
Okay.
not hard. It should feel easy.
Okay.
Right now, your brain's thinking, so that's hard, right? I don't mind exercising your brain, but I want this to feel easy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
I just wish I could hear
Thank
you sing
you.
more.
Yeah, it's the microphones. Thank you. Thank you for your
Yeah.
patience, everyone. Sorry
Oh
about the
no. Thank you for your bravery and for
like to say
coming and
if
doing this.
we do this again, I'll get a better mic.
Here we go. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Take care, hon.
thank you, Sarah. I think you did great. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to um, move to Candace. Are you ready? We'll go
Hi,
ahead and have you
Candace.
Hi,
unmute.
there we
Perfect.
go.
There you go.
Hi, Candace. How's it going?
Peggy, good to see you. Going good?
So, what are some of the things you want to work on today?
Just freedom of the sound. I feel like I also press when I'm trying to sing tenor. So just freedom,
Okay.
trying to get this to relax.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Oh, well, that's good. You're smart. You're smart. Those are the things we want to do. Singing any part. We want it to be a free sound. We don't want to have that press sound. We want it free and open and relaxed. So sing something for me so I can hear your beautiful voice.
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away.
Oh, you have so much beautiful color in your tone. So many beautiful tones in that. But I do feel a press through here. You're absolutely right. You know your body, you know what you're doing. So we're gonna work on a couple new concepts for you. Okay. So I would like you to, for the next couple minutes, ignore abdominal breathing for me. Ignore it. I don't want you to think about your drop lift. I don't want you to think about diaphragm breathing. There's just a little bit of core involvement there. You're breathing, you're going to breathe. You have breathed your whole life. You don't have to breathe, you know how to breathe. Okay, you don't have to force anything, you don't have to drop anything. You know how to breathe. Okay, we're going to talk about a different concept, okay, for you. And so, can you take that breath in through your nose for me? And blow it out. Good girl. Breathe in through your nose one more time. And blow it out. Tell me where you're feeling the air coming in. Tell me what you're feeling when you breathe through your nose like that.
I'm feeling my tummy drop.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to ignore your tummy and just take that breath in through the nose. What else are you feeling? I mean, my drop's a little bit too. I mean, you're breathing. So what else are you feeling?
I'm feeling in the back of my throat the breath coming in, a little cooling sensation.
Okay. Gotcha. Are you kinesthetic or are you a visual learner? Do you
More
know?
visual.
More visual. Okay, great. Okay, so I want you to think about it now when you take your breath in this time. I want you to think that nose in through the nose, and I want you to think about an expansion through the back. I'm going to stand up. An expansion through the back. Rather than worrying about this or worrying about this, I just want you to breathe in through the nose and see if anything's happening in the back for you, okay? It's
Okay.
very slight, very slight.
Okay.
Can you feel
I
that?
well, I do, but I also feel my tummy while I'm feeling my back.
Well, my tummy, you're going to feel your tummy, but I just don't want you to, the Wagnerian breathe. Were you classically trained at all?
A little bit, but I've never heard of that term.
Okay. So you did some classical training. So a lot of that drop lift Wagnerian breathing is, that lot of focus on the abdominal. That's what my focus was. So I've been there and I'm changing my concept. I'm changing my belief for a different approach. And so when you think about that breath in through the nose and that little expansion in the ribs, okay, and I want you to, I'm going to call that your structure. You've set your structure when you do that. So breathe that in through your nose again and there you are. Feel that structure right there. Do you feel that? Okay, now
Mhm.
that is always open. It never closes, it never drops. When you get to the end of the phrase, you get another breath, and I want that structure to just open right there. It never collapses, okay? You never get to collapse that, okay? So
Okay.
now, can you sing your phrase and think about that breath in? You can breathe through your mouth, that's fine, but I want you to feel that structure open up and don't let that structure drop. Try that for me, okay?
Okay. So,
It's okay. Blow it out.
breathe through the nose. Breathe through the
Blow it
nose.
out. Blow it out. Blow it out.
All
You
new
don't have
stuff.
to breathe. You can breathe through your mouth. You don't have to breathe through your nose. I did the nose because it helps us feel that right away. Because as singers, we always breathe through our mouth. So when I ask you to do it through your nose, it's all of a sudden it's a different sensation. Why is my coach asking me to breathe through my nose? I don't do that when I sing. No, take your normal breath, but I want you to feel that expansion that you had when you breathed through your nose. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly
Start your
away
breath. Open. Keep going. Open.
to a home on God's celestial shore.
Keep it open.
I'll fly
Yeah. Every
away.
time you take a breath, you get an opportunity to restate that open feeling. Okay, I'm slowly hearing it get out of your throat a little bit, which is good. That's good. That's good. This is a new sensation for you, right? I'm guessing
Right.
this feeling of structure, this openness through here. Okay. Okay. So now you have so many wonderful colors and tones in your voice. Do you sing? What part do you sing normally?
Usually tenor.
Tenor. Okay. All right. Can we da 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 da? Can we just pipe it up a little bit higher for me? A different key?
Okay.
Pick one.
Some glad morning when this life is
Okay, stop right
over.
there. We lost our structure. We
Okay.
lost our structure. And it went right to the throat.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it went
that's what I'm saying.
right there. You
Goes
struck it
right
right there.
there.
Yeah, so keep that structure open. Think about this openness feeling, this open feeling. And of course, your lift through
Glad
here.
more. Okay. Some glad morning when this life is over.
Okay, that some glad morning was awesome. Some glad morning. Hi. I just want you to go hi.
I-
Hi. Lift. Some glad morning. Yeah, we can even pipe it up a little higher. So keep that lift through here. Keep that forward, up. Okay. And do it again for me.
Some glad morning when this life is
Keep
over.
that structure.
I fly
Okay,
away.
so we're losing it. Da 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 da. When you're going down, I'm losing, the sound is going like this. And I want the sound to go like this. Okay?
Okay.
So use your hands if you want to. And if that helps. If not, that's okay too. So think about that, especially as you're going on that downward sound. I want that sound to come back, and this helps open the structure. Okay, try again.
Okay. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I can fly away.
Reset each time your breath. Reset and do it again. Keep going. Da 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 da.
To a home on God's celestial shore.
Okay, so your mic is dropping out, so I'm assuming you're getting some sound out there because I couldn't hear the last 5 notes. But I really want you to work on that feeling of structure. Do you want to stand and try it?
Standing.
You are standing. Oh, okay, great. Awesome. Cool. So I'm also seeing just a little bit of a turn. So I really want you to just open this up. There you go. Shake it out. You're doing fabulous, by the way. You're doing fabulous. So let's do that again. And I really want you to feel that open. And each breath, I want to make sure that when you get a breath for the next phrase, it doesn't collapse down. It stays up all the time. Okay?
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away,
Keep it open.
way to a home on God's celestial shore.
Okay, I stop. I can't hear you anymore. It cut out. So you must be really kicking out some sound. So tell me what you're feeling.
Just trying to get used to this new structure, get my shoulders back and get my head back in the position where it belongs. It's always a struggle trying to remember that when we always walk around like this all day.
Isn't that the truth? You're right. Yeah.
I
Okay,
try to
so
remember during the day that I'm a singer and I should have good posture.
Right. So, so what does it feel like? Is it when that's open and that's set? Tell me when you're singing, what does that feel like?
Feels like there's more room in here.
Cool. Good. So you know the next thing I'm going to ask you to add? Space. So put your fingers right in front of your ears. And it's this right in front of the ear. It's this space, and I want the sound to go that way. Yep. Can you feel that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about jaw. I don't care about jaw. I'm talking about just feeling that space going that way for me, okay? So structure,
Okay.
set your structure, keep your fingers here, and sing that again for me.
Glad morning when this life is o'er, I fly away. Just show.
Oh, I wish I could hear you. You cut out again. So tell me what you're feeling because I can't hear you.
I don't know, just trying right now just to do what you're saying. So I'm thinking really hard. So that's,
Right.
I'm
Have you
all in
experimented
here.
at all with, because so since you're classically trained, some of your sounds are a little bit too high. So it's kind of some glad morning when this life is o'er. You're kind of a little bit, the space you're using is a little bit too far into your soft palate. I want you to bring it down. Some glad morning when this life is o'er. I want it that way. I don't want I want it more that way, not quite so high in the back of your throat, okay? Do that for me and then we'll see how it feels.
Some glad morning when this life is.
Okay, start again because it's still a little bit too much into the soft palate. Some glad morning. It's too much up in the soft palate. Some, get it there, right through there. Yeah. Okay, so I couldn't hear any of that. Tell me how it felt. I know. How'd it feel? Any different?
Yeah, it felt a lot different.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got that sound. Yeah.
Good. So that's going to be a good thing for you to focus on, especially because of your training and the singing in the past, is you've got it too much into your soft palate for that sound. It's just a little, so that will help you uh, get it out, not quite so far back in the throat. So the sound is still going, but it's not back up into that space. Does that help? Up and out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay. I wish I could hear you.
Me
maybe
too.
we can maybe we can the all three of you we could sneak like a few minutes when we're in Spokane and I can just hear your voice. So do you want to
Okay.
review some of the things that we talked about? And do you have some questions on what I mentioned? Any questions?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
You're the star right now.
Oh, okay. Reminding me of my posture, reminding me to keep it lifted and open, reminding me of all the things everybody's always taught me, and I just forget when I'm singing. And you try to make it sound good in your head, but it doesn't sound the same when it comes out your mouth. So you have to trust people to give you that feedback. So
Yeah.
that's why I was glad to be able to do this. So
You are
thank you
so
for your
you are
time.
so brave to do that. A big thing for you is going to be getting that sound not so far back in the palate. That's going to be a focus for you, okay? Because I think that's taking you to the dark side. We don't want any dark tenors. We want bright. We want bright tenors, okay? So that's going to be something I want you to play with, is where that air is going, and not letting it sit right in that back palate, that soft palate. Go ahead and try and just yawn for me. Yeah, you feel that, right? And that's kind of where your sound is sitting. And I want it down a little bit and out. Isn't this
Yeah, they
weird?
always say they always say yawn, and that's where you want to sing. And
Yeah, that's too dark. It's too far back for you. Okay.
okay,
So, and I think you'll have a brighter sound if you get it out of that soft palate. The soft palate's going to lift. Don't worry. It's a little tiny thing. It's lift. It's open. You've got space back there. Tons of space. Big voice. Beautiful tone and colors in your voice. I just want you to get it so the air is shooting a little bit further back and not quite so high. Okay.
yes, thank
Beautiful
you.
work. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for trusting me to say something about your voice. It's so personal.
Absolutely appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank
You
you.
bet. Uh-oh, there's our timer.
Yeah, perfect timing. Great. We actually do have a little bit of extra time if anyone else had questions, or if you want to go back to anything, Peggy, leave it
Okay.
up to you how you want to handle that. Or we can end a little early too, depending on what people want to do.
Does anybody have any questions? It's challenging when I can't hear, but I'm happy to talk about it. If anybody had any questions on anything that we covered. A tenor question, how to articulate. I see something in the chat. When singing in the dog whistle range. Okay, so when you're way up high, and the technique I'd like you to think about, first of all, your job is not to articulate every single. It just can't. You're when you're in that high range, it's you're not going to be able to articulate as clearly as if you're singing in the lower range, okay? When you're way up high. And I want you to think about this is a different concept. I want you to think about shooting those consonants up to the sky and letting the artistry happen on the vowel, if that makes sense. So, kinesthetically, think about if someone, my brain is blank right now, but I'll think about a song that it's not the right range, but everybody step to a syncopated rhythm, gotta be going with them when they begin. So that's everybody step to a syncopated rhythm, gotta be going with them. I'm really shooting those consonants up high and getting into that vowel and letting the vowel create the artistry. You're not going to be, the diphthongs are going to turn. Trust me, they're going to turn. But as a tenor range, it's not your high priority. You are to keep that ring, keep that open, no press, beautiful sound. Does that help at all? Whoever asked that.
I love that concept of letting the artistry happen on the vowel, combined with what you said of the shooting consonants up to the sky. I've now written that down 3 times
Oh,
during
good,
this
good.
session, but what a great, I mean, we've heard similar things, but there's something about that visualization of doing that that makes a lot of sense.
Oh
I love
yeah.
it.
And another, if you've got a phrase that for some reason you want to articulate cleaner, a great way to do it is like I'll say the phrase is everybody step. So you go everybody step two, and then sing it. So if you do that exercise verbally and then just so you understand where those consonants are going and where they're landing, it's a great exercise as well. You can do that through the whole song, whatever the song is. Anything else? Thank you so much, my friends, for doing this. And I want to pull you into a corner and hear you sing tenor when we get to Spokane.
Peggy, I've got a question.
Okay.
Or maybe it's kind of a comment. So loved the whole the reverse megaphone and using all those resonating spaces in the back, and especially for our tenors and all of that. So while it was yes, keep the space open and send the sound back. What I was also hearing though was how it was coming out laterally, and we talk about that both in chorus and in my quartet primetime. We talk about that actually a lot, where it's send our sound laterally, send our sound wide, where there's already enough forward, send all those resonators laterally. So we literally feel our sound connecting
Yeah.
to
I
each other,
love
both
that.
in
Yeah.
quartet and
Yeah.
then within Song of Seattle, because I get to sing with Diana and Sarah in Song of Seattle. And talk about, am I a lucky girl or what?
Lucky. Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
So
What
anyway,
happens?
yeah.
Yeah. What happens is when there's that forward push, your vocal folds are very small and that air, it doesn't take a lot of air to make your vocal folds do what they need to do, but your visualization that of going and singing with your sound, that's huge, and connecting to the voices around you. But you really want to eliminate that. We used to do that though, didn't we? We used to do that where we'd push that sound. But I really think for a healthy, open, free sound, we need to really make sure that that sound goes back, and we visualize that sound going back and not that push of air forward. The air's there. We've been breathing our whole lives.
I'm looking at all the notes I took. Do I have more questions?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, I am going to have to go to an appointment. I got to get my studs off my car. It's time to get the summer tires on.
Yeah, that sounds like a holiday for you.
It is. It is. It is. Thank you for trusting me today. I really had fun.
Thank
You're
you.
so helpful, Peggy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Peggy, and thank you, Diana and Sarah and Candace, for your bravery and for sharing your beautiful voices. What a great session. So, thank you all very much. Have a good weekend.
Look forward
Take care.
to
We'll
meeting
see
you
you
in
in May.
All right.
Bye.